Hi there, I'm Wally, a brand new wheat variety. I may look like a regular wheat, but I'm actually special. And today I'm going on a journey to discover how I can get my very own plant variety rights from the CPVO. What's that, you ask? Well, the CPVO stands for the Community Plant Variety Office. They help new plant varieties, like me, get protected so no one can multiply us without permission.
That's right, Wally. The CPVO is here to ensure that plant breeders get exclusive rights to their new varieties. But before you can get those rights, we'll need to make sure you're truly one of a kind.
Sounds cool. So how do we start?
First, let's talk about the whole process. We'll begin with preparing all the important documents that describe your uniqueness, then submit an application to the CPVO.
That's a lot to take in, but I'm ready. What should I do? Who knew there were so many documents involved in proving I'm a new variety?
It can feel overwhelming, but don't worry, Wally. To start your application, we need to gather a few key documents. We start with your application. Everything is explained in the website. Then, we need technical descriptions of your characteristics. These will help show how you're different from other wheat varieties.
I have a brighter color and I am very high in protein. I grow faster and I'm ideal for pizza dough. Would that count?
Exactly. We'll also need photos and a description of how uniform and stable you are over multiple generations.
Okay, I think I'm getting it. So once we have all these details, we'll be ready for the next step?
Yes, but we also need to make sure everything follows legal guidelines. This ensures the application is clear and correct. Next up, we'll be submitting the application to the CPVO.
Great! See you next time, when we send off my application for plant variety rights. All right, time to submit my application and start the process of getting plant variety rights.
Hold on, Wally. There's a bit more to it. Once you submit the application, we have to pay a fee, and the Community Plant Variety Office will review all the documents to make sure everything is in order.
Got it. I guess it's like submitting homework and waiting for the teacher to grade it, huh?
That's a good way to put it. Once they've done an initial check, they'll tell us if anything is missing. If all looks good, we move to the next phase, technical examination.
I can't wait. Tune in next time to see how my application review goes and what technical exams they'll do next. Well, here we are, the technical examination phase. What exactly are they going to do to me, Ms. Meyer?
Don't worry, Wally. This is where we check if you're truly unique, uniform, and stable. The examination office will look at your traits in detail, and they will compare you with other registered wheats to prove that you are truly one of a kind.
That's right, Wally. We'll be measuring everything from your shape to your color, or even how you grow. The key is to make sure you're distinct from other wheats, and that your traits remain consistent every season.
Oh, I get it. So it's like proving that I am truly different and I'm not just a one-time wonder, but that I can keep being my awesome self year after year?
Exactly. This step can take a while, as we need to observe your characteristics, compare them, describe them, and if needed, repeat it all over again to be fully sure. And to do so, we have a dedicated network of entrusted examination offices all over Europe.
And they perform the DUS test you told me about? Oh, tell me more, tell me more! So, this is where the DUS tests are performed. But what's this about examination offices? What do they do?
Well, Wally, entrusted examination offices are partners of the Community Plant Variety Office. They conduct the tests to make sure that new varieties, like you, meet all the requirements.
Hi, Wally. We're one of the offices that handle DUS tests and other important checks. Our role is to provide the CPVO with reliable data so they can make a fair decision about granting plant variety rights.
Wow, so you guys really dig into the details. How many offices are there?
There are many across Europe, each specializing in different types of plants, fruits, vegetables. It's a collaborative effort to make sure every plant variety is treated fairly.
Thanks for the hard work, Ms. Flores. Next time, we will have a closer look at the DUS testing. DUS testing? I keep hearing about it, but what exactly is it?
DUS stands for distinctness, uniformity, and stability. It's one of the most important steps in the whole process. We need to show that you're distinct from the rest of the wheat varieties in the registry, meaning you have characteristics that make you different from other wheats. You also need to be uniform, which means all the fruits in your variety look and behave the same.
Okay, so that means if someone plants a whole bunch of me, we'll all have the same shape, color, size, right?
Exactly. And stability means you'll keep those characteristics every time you're grown, no matter how many generations come after you.
We're almost done with your DUS testing, Wally. So far, you're looking great.
That's a relief. I'm ready to see what's next in this adventure. Stay tuned for the next episode. Naming a new plant variety seems like fun, but it's serious business too, right?
That's right, Wally. Every new variety needs a name that follows specific rules. The name must be unique, easy to understand, and it can't be misleading or too similar to existing names.
Also, you cannot name it after a company or brand, and the name should be appropriate for all languages across the European Union.
So no calling myself Wheatzilla then? Well, I'll have to think of something catchy and legal.
Exactly. Once your name is approved, it will be your official identifier.
I can't wait to see what my official name will be. In the next episode, we'll find out what happens when a decision is made about my plant variety rights. This is it, the moment I've been waiting for. Will I get my plant variety rights?
The Community Plant Variety Office has reviewed all the data from the technical examinations, DUS tests, and your application. They're now ready to make a decision.
Congratulations, Wally. Based on the evidence provided, you've been granted plant variety rights.
Yes, I did it.
But remember, Wally, the journey doesn't end here. You now have responsibilities to maintain and enforce those rights.
I'm ready. Next time, we'll talk about what happens after I've been granted my rights and how to keep them protected. Wow, look at all these plants. So now that I have my plant variety rights, does this mean anyone can grow me wherever they want?
Not quite, Wally. Now that you're protected, anyone who wants to multiply your variety will need to get permission from your breeder first. This process is called licensing.
Licensing? How does that work?
Hi, Wally. I'm your breeder, and it's my job to make sure your variety is grown properly and by the right people. When someone wants to multiply your variety, they need to ask me for a license.
So the license gives them the right to multiply me over time?
Exactly. When I grant a license to a company or an institution, they pay a royalty fee in return. This allows them to legally multiply and sell your variety, but only under the terms we agree on.
That sounds important. Does every breeder do this?
Yes, it's a key part of protecting plant varieties. The license ensures that your rights as a unique variety are respected, and the breeder receives compensation for the hard work that went into developing you.
I get it. Licensing is like giving someone permission to take care of me, but only if they follow the rules and pay the royalties.
Exactly. And don't worry, we'll be watching to make sure everything is done properly.
Thanks for keeping an eye on things. Next time, we'll dive into what happens if someone breaks the rules. Without a license, I've got my plant variety rights. But what's next? Do I just sit back and relax now?
Not quite, Wally. Once you have your rights, you need to maintain them. That means paying annual fees to keep your rights active.
Ah, I see. So this is like renewing my membership to stay protected?
Exactly. You also have to enforce your rights. If someone tries to use your variety without permission, it's up to you to take legal action to stop them.
And that's where I come in. If anyone tries to infringe on your rights, we can take them to court to protect what's rightfully yours.
Got it. So it's important to keep an eye on how my variety is being used. What if there's a dispute?
That's what we'll discuss in the next episode, how to handle disputes and appeals.
I didn't expect to end up in court. What happens if someone disputes my rights?
Sometimes people might challenge the validity of your plant variety rights. They might claim that your variety isn't as distinct or stable as we proved it to be. That's when the appeals process comes into play.
Don't worry, Wally. The Community Plant Variety Office has a formal appeals system in place. If a dispute arises, you can submit an appeal, and a panel of experts will review the case.
In cases like this, we examine all the evidence provided by both sides to make a fair decision. If the dispute is resolved in your favor, your rights remain intact.
That's good to know. But if it doesn't go my way, can I appeal again?
Yes, you can take the case to higher courts if needed, but it's important to have strong evidence to support your claims.
Whew! I'm glad I have a team to help me. Next time, we'll explore the exciting world of plant breeding innovation. Wow! The future of plant breeding looks amazing. What's happening here?
We're witnessing the next big steps in plant breeding. New technologies are changing the way we create and protect plant varieties.
With these innovations, breeders can create varieties that are more resistant to diseases, adapt better to climate change, and even produce higher yields.
That sounds incredible. So what does this mean for plant variety rights?
It means that as breeding methods evolve, the protection systems will need to adapt as well. CPVO and other authorities are constantly updating their policies to keep up with these innovations.
And for breeders, it's an exciting time. They'll need to stay informed about new regulations and make sure their innovations are protected under the evolving laws.
The future sure is bright for plant breeding. I'm ready to see where this journey takes us. Our journey may be coming to an end, but innovation never stops. Keep exploring the world of plant variety protection and breeding.